Today we're going to talk about how to tap into your core business values and hone in on your mission. I'm Michelle Coyle, and this is Queer Hustle, where we help queer entrepreneurs start up and scale. So listen, it's hard to grow a business if you're not completely dialed into your why, both as a person and as an organization. So let's just talk a little bit more about how to get some clarity there. The first thing that I want you to do is to stop and think about why you started this business in the first place. Or if you're just starting out, what's motivating you to start this business in the first place? If your answer is something like, oh, I want to make a lot of money, and that's all it is, you got a little bit more work to do. We got to get a little bit deeper than that, because that's not going to cut it, right? Think about what really prompted you here. Was there something that you needed in the marketplace that didn't exist, a service or a product, or something that where you identified a need from other people, like a service or product that they needed that didn't exist? Why are you doing this in the first place? Who are you trying to help? Make sure that you're really, really clear on just what the whole point of this is in the first place, okay? Now I want you second to start to identify your own core values, right? So this is just what's more important to you than anything else in the world, right? It might be things like family or integrity or consistency or health, any number of things that are just core to your personal value system. If you're not really tapped into this off the top of your head, you could just do a little bit of an exercise where you set a timer, you just write down everything that's important to you, every value that comes to mind, and then really go back through it and try to hone it down to 2-3 values. Let's say your top 3. Just star your top 3 values. These are my core values, and these are the things that out of everything else is most important to me and really core to my sense of identity, who I am, what's important to me. Right? Once you have those 3 values set, what I want you to do is think about how your core values translate to your business, how you run it, how you show up in it, right? So let's say that your core value is family. Well, how does that show up in how you manage your staff, how you treat your clients? Are your products or services family oriented? I run a diaper company. I don't know, just thinking off the top of my head. How does that core value, your core value, bleed into the business? Okay. Once we have that set, then I want you to really think about how do the business's core values differ from yours, because there might be other people on your leadership team, for instance, that have different core values than you do. And so when you kind of talk about your core values in the aggregate, what are the core values that stand up from the team or from the group that are important for the business's core values as well? And that starts to inform, the mission of the business and the mission statement of the business. So as you're doing that, especially if you're narrowing this down with a team, with other people, I want to make sure that you get to, get it down to 5. These are the 5 core things that our business really stands for. And if this is just you, do the same thing. It may be different than what your core values are. This is really, really, really important distinction to make, even if you're just starting out and you're a solopreneur, to make a distinction between you and the business. You are not the business, even though I know it feels that way when you're the only one working in it. And eventually you'll be able to scale this business and hire other people. And I promise you that you're going to want the business to have an identity separate from yours. You're going to want it to have systems and processes and other people that are separate from you. So we want to make sure that we're making this distinction right now from the jump. So your core values, business core values, not the same thing, can maybe have some overlap, but make sure that we have that distinct, right? And then lastly, you can go out and you can talk about these values, absolutely. But what's more important is that you are showing the values. And so that's you as a person, that's everybody on your team, that's the way that you conduct business, the way that you interact with your clients, the way that you interact with your staff. Just everything about that needs to be in complete alignment with the business's core values, because nobody is going to want to work with you if they're sensing a misalignment between what you're saying you stand for and what you're actually showing that you stand for. So make sure that you're practicing and living those values every single day. How are you as a person, and also how is the business demonstrating these core values? So I've given you some good thought prompts here. I want you to really, really take that seriously. I mean, it may take you an entire day, or if you're working with other people, it may take you a couple of days to really hone in on this. This is important work. I know it can seem like kind of one of those throwaway things, one of those things where people say, oh, a mission statement, I roll, I don't need one of those. But if you really take the time and put serious energy into getting this nailed down, it's going to make so many more decisions in your business so much easier, because it's just, is this in alignment with the core values? Is this what we stand for? Is this what we're here to do or not? And so, it makes things that might seem complex outside seem very, very simple when you have a yardstick like this to measure them against. So great idea to do it. Please do it if you haven't done it. We want to know what you stand for. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything, and obviously your business isn't for everybody, so we want to hone in on who you can help, why you're doing it, and what it is exactly that you're in the world to do. Once you're very, very clear on that, then you can speak about it with genuine enthusiasm, and that will just make you magnetic. It'll make your entire business magnetic, and you'll be bringing in the clients and customers that you want to work with, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to our channel right here for all the free business tips and interviews with awesome queer entrepreneurs and everything else that we're going to be doing here. I'm so excited about it. And also, I have something for you. Just check the link in the description or go to michellecoyle.com if you'd like. You can check out my new free guide on how queer entrepreneurs can survive and thrive in these crazy times. I would love for you to check that out. And I think that's it for today. So I know you can do this. Go out there, let it shine, and we'll talk to you next time.